Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing today? How you doing? How you doing? Come on in. Hey, I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I just wanted to hop on real quick today and just share something with you. Today, I want to share with you three steps, three steps to creating financial security from zero, from scratch. I want to share with you three steps to creating financial security from zero. So if this is your first time joining me, hey Doris, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. If you would put your name in the comment box so I can shout you out directly, and also like and share this stream so other people can get this valuable information. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Alex. I'm a financial coach and licensed insurance broker. And I help families create more financial freedom and security so they can live their best life and leave a legacy for their family. And so, if that's something that interests you, please consider liking and subscribing to my page. So today I want to share with you three steps to creating financial security from zero. And I don't know if you're anything like me, you probably realize by now just how important financial security is. In fact, financial security is the first step. It is the first step to having financial freedom and independence. You can't get to financial freedom and independence unless you have first created security for yourself and for your family. And so, why is this important? Financial security, first of all, creates a space, it creates an environment, and it creates a place where you and your family are in a position where your financial future is secure. Is secure. And what do I mean by that? It means that you're not living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. It means if something goes wrong with your car, your house, if you have some kind of emergency that comes up, it means that you have funds set aside so you are able to take care of that emergency, right? Without going further into debt. It means that you have the basics covered. You have a savings account set up, obviously for emergency funds, but you also have savings for your retirement, right? It means that you're in a position that you have more money left than month. Okay, many people are living paycheck to paycheck and sometimes have less money left over at the end of the month. And so you are in a place where you have more money that you can put in reserves, you can put into savings, you can put into investing. Okay, so financial security is the absolute first step that you are trying to attain, that you make sure that all of the basics are covered. We're talking about shelter, talking about food. We're talking about being able to take care of the utilities, right? Being able to take care of your basic needs, and then having a cushion. Though that's what financial security is all about. And like I said before, you can't get to freedom until you have security. So I want to share with you three steps, the first three things that you absolutely should be doing in order for you to create that type of security. So I'm going to be sharing a few documents with you, and I don't know if you can see that, right? This is actually something that I use in my financial practice, right? And I use this financial documents checklist in my financial practice when I'm coaching my clients. And this is everything that you need to, in fact, be able to put together and create your financial steps, your steps to financial security and financial freedom. So you want to make sure that you have all the financial things that you need in order that you might be able to ascertain exactly where you are in your finances. Let me tell you, you are not able to create, you can't start deciding what you're going to invest in. You can't accurately start developing financial strategies to create freedom and the independence that you want without first understanding where you are. Just imagine this. If you sit in your car, right, you want to go somewhere. The first thing that it's going to ask you for, and it needs to be able to understand, is where are you right now, right? So that's the first thing that your GPS needs. If it can't read where you are at the present moment, there's no way possible it can tell you how to get to where you want to be. And then obviously the second thing is it needs to know what's your destination. Where are you trying to go? When you understand those 2 points, now your navigation system is able to tell you what's the best direction and what's the best way to go about getting there. Well, your finances and your financial strategy and your financial tools are just the same way. If you don't know where you stand within your finances, exactly where you are, and you haven't accurately determined where you're trying to get to, the likelihood of you being able to reach a destination or be successful is not very likely. So the first thing is you need to gather up all of your financial documents, right? And this is a checklist, like I said, that I use in my financial coaching practice. Okay. So once someone has pulled together all the required documents that they need, okay, then they can go on to the next step. The next step is determining what your financial worth is. What is your financial worth? Your financial worth is basically your financial scorecard. It tells you and anyone else how well you're playing the money game. If you are playing the money game well, guess what? It's going to show up in your net worth and your financial statements. If it is not, guess what? It'll show. So, what is your net worth? It is all of the things that you own, your assets, your true assets that have some market value, right? It's taking all of your assets and then you subtract from that all of your liabilities. So it's all the things that you own minus all the things that you owe. Once you do that, now you're able to know exactly what your net worth is. Now, this is also another sheet that I use in my financial coaching practice, right? And when you follow this worksheet, it tells you exactly what qualifies as an asset. Okay, everything that qualifies here as an asset. Okay, and it's made real easy to fill out because you have used your documents checklist in order to get all your documents together. So once you got all your documents together, you're able to then go through and figure out what your net worth is. You add up all your assets, and then you take all of your liabilities, you subtract the two, and then that tells you what your net worth is. Now, what is your net worth and what does it enable you to do? Once you have your net worth together and you have a complete list of your assets and your liabilities, now you are in a position where you can begin to reflect and answer some very, very important questions for yourself. Some questions would include how well have I been playing the game up until this point? How does my net worth compare to where I should be by a certain age, right? It gives you your net worth statement. Once you figure it out, now you're able to look and see, hey, am I on target? Am I on target to be where I need to be in order that I have the resources to retire? Do I have the resources to buy the future things, things I need in the future? Because trust me, there's going to come a time in your life when you are not going to be working. So you want to make sure that you have assets in place to take care of not only your current needs, right? But you also need to take care of your future needs as well. And your net worth statement helps you to figure out, hey, am I on the right track? Do I need to continue doing things the same way I've always been doing them, or must I make some changes in order that I might be able to reach my targets? How soon do I have my financial goals, right? Do I have a child that I need to help put through college so they don't wind up being in debt, right? As soon as they get out of college. Is there a home purchase in my future? Is there a second home purchase in my future? Am I trying to save up some money so I can have some rental or investment property? Am I looking to purchase another vehicle or get another car? Do I want to make sure that I'm not financing things that don't appreciate in value, right? So your net worth statement is the second step into figuring out, or excuse me, it's the first step in trying to figure out exactly where you are, how well you've been playing the game, what choices you need, what things you need to be doing different going forward, or what things you need to keep doing if you are playing the game well. This is your scorecard to how well you're playing the money game. Okay. So this is your net worth statement. All right. So once you have figured out, what your net worth is, this is how much I am worth. This is how much I have accumulated up until this point in my life. This is how much I owe other people in up until this point in my life. Now this tells somebody exactly how much I'm worth. I'm able to figure out, man, this is how much these are the assets that I have that I can live on into the future. And the more assets you have into the future, the more you have that can cover your cost of living. And the further you're able to go out, that means the wealthier you are. And the more you're able to take care of your needs, current and future needs, and the more you have left over, that's where generational wealth comes from. You see, you can't have generational wealth if you don't have wealth to begin with. There's nothing to pass on if, in fact, you are not playing the game well. You are not building up wealth yourself. So that's the first thing. All right. So the next step, the next step, after you have gathered up all your financial documents, you know all of your assets, you've put them all in one place. So if something happens to you, your loved ones, your beneficiaries can find it, right? Once you have pulled all those things together so you can fill out your net worth statement, but also you have a way of tracking everything you have, the next thing you want to do is you want to be able to figure out how much you your cash flow every single month. What is your cash flow every single month? Why am I talking about cash flow? Your cash flow, uh, your cash flow is like blood to your body. If your body does not have enough blood, you're not going to be alive very long. And so, much the same way, if you don't have enough money that is cycling and flowing through your financial system, through your household, right? If you don't have enough money flowing through your household, then guess what? You won't be able to stay afloat very long without having to what? Find other sources, or without having to cut stuff, or without having to go into debt. So so this is another worksheet that I use in my coaching business with my clients. And what this what this cash flow statement does is you are to look at the last 2 months, right? You're gonna do them individually, but you want to take a look at last month's bills. You want to look at everything that you spent money on last month. You want to figure out how much money came in last month, okay? And how much money did you spend and on what? and you start to put it in the categories, in the proper categories. All right. So up here, we're talking about fixed expenses. And down below, we're talking about variable expenses. Your fixed expenses are those items that are really considered your needs. These are the things that you got to cover each and every month, right? And oftentimes these things are kind of sort of fixed, but they may not be, like your utilities. Your utilities could fluctuate, right? But in any case, you want to look at last month, and you want to look at everything that you have spent money on last month and put it in the appropriate category. Now, as you can see in this column, the column is yellow. It's a yellow because that means everything here is up for review. Everything here is subject to being cut or adjusted. And that's what these other lines are. The red line means once you look at these items that you spent money on for the month, you can look at each one of these things and see, is this something that I should keep in the green, or is this something I should cut in the red? Remember, everything in the yellow is what is considered something, all of the items, everything that you spent money on, and is yellow because it is subject to review. If it's something that needs to be cut and cut out, you cut it and you put that amount in the red. If it's something that you need to keep, you keep it here and keep it in the green. And if it's something that you need to keep, but you need to make an adjustment on, you put it here in this column, in the light green column. And so as a result, once you bring those things across, right? If it's in the cup, if it's in the cut or the adjust category, then you put how much you're gonna save right here in the save column. Okay. So that's one of the things that I use. And you're gonna do this for last month. So right now we're talking about May. We're in May. So last month would be April. And then you also are gonna look at March. You're gonna look at April and March. Okay. And each one of these, each month is gonna get its own worksheet. All right. So now that you have figured out that, man, I spent a lot of money on food, on eating out, or wow, I spent a lot of money on these subscriptions, or wow, I didn't realize that my bank was charging me a bank fee, or man, I didn't realize that I'm paying, X amount in interest on my credit cards. See, that's what this sheet allows you to do. It allows you to capture everything that you spent money on. So now you can review it. You can review it. And after you review each and every line item, then you can determine, is this something that I can cut? Is this something that I need to keep? Or is this something that I should keep, but I need to adjust it? Okay. And then all of the amounts that you cut and all the adjustments that you made, those go into the save column. And that's the amount of money that you have now saved from your budget. All right. And so once you have that, step three, because this is step two, you want to do this for 2 months, like I said. So after this, now you can move on to determining what your top 3 financial goals are. So why is this important? See, you can't hit a target if you haven't clearly defined what that target is. Then how can you possibly hit a target that you don't know what it is, right? And so many times in life, if you ask people, what are you trying to accomplish in the next 90 days? They might be able to tell you. But beyond that, if you ask somebody, what is it that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months? What do you want to accomplish in the next 3 years? What do you want to accomplish in the next 5 years? Because people don't take the time to have a vision for their life, right? Yes, Doris, I do. I work with people on a monthly basis. Okay, and I always tell my coaching clients that honestly, you cannot afford not to go through this process. Many people, think that this stuff isn't important. Many people try to skip over doing the basics and the necessities, and they wonder why they're not having the type of success that they truly want, or they wonder why they're not able to hit their targets or their goals. And most often it's because they haven't won. They're not sure where they are, right? And then number two, they haven't clearly defined what it is that they're trying to do and by when. And so for that reason, I hear so many people talk about, they're looking for the get rich quick scheme, or they're looking for the silver bullet, or they're looking for those tips or tricks. Tips and tricks don't get you. Strategies and tools get you the results that you truly want. So those are the three steps. Is you want to be able to pull together your all your financial documents. After you pull together your financial documents, you want to figure out what your net worth is so you can understand how well you have been playing the money game up until this point. After you know exactly what you own minus what you owe, you now know what your net worth is. But now you want to figure out what your cash flow is. Cash flow is. And awesome, Doris. If you have any questions, and I actually do have something at the end that may help you in this process. Um, and so, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you know what your cash flow is, because if your cash flow is like blood to your body, your cash flow is like blood to your financial system. And if you don't have enough money flowing in your financial system, pretty soon you're going to be dead financially. All right. So you want to make sure you know exactly how much is flowing into your system and how and where it's flowing to, because very often we find out that we are not allocating and directing our dollars. We find out usually that, you know what, we get paid, we get our money, we pay our bills, we buy the things that we need and the things that we want, and then we try to save what's left. And so that becomes a problem because there's usually nothing left over. So, help in this process, I have decided to put together a little something to help people out. Okay. And so I want to share this with you. Okay. So I have put together the Money Breakthrough Workshop. So, what is the Money Breakthrough Workshop? It is a 6-day private group intensive workshop where I'll walk you through step by step, right? How to finally transform your relationship with money, your money habits, and how to use money so you can create financial security and freedom you truly want. The Money Breakthrough Workshop delivers tools, strategies you need, and we're not talking about tips and tricks or get rich quick schemes that leave you tired, frustrated, and broke. We're talking about the same strategies that's helped me to retire and the ones I share with clients in my coaching business that's allowed them to create more wealth and more freedom for themselves so they can live the life that you want. So, in the Money Breakthrough Workshop, here's what you're actually going to be doing. You're going to identify what's actually holding you back from having the life that you truly want. And you're going to discover the game that you should be playing. And you're going to be very surprised. You're going to be able to eliminate your biggest fears and beliefs that's been holding you back. You're going to be able to gain control and master your money so your money works harder for you then you work for it. You're going to understand how to set your freedom numbers, your financial freedom numbers, because again, if you don't have clearly defined, smart financial goals laid out, the likelihood of you ever being able to become financially secure or financially free is very unlikely. So you're going to be able to gain clarity on what retirement can look for you and how to achieve it and by when. You're going to get a proven step-by-step system to help you save and manage and eliminate expenses that drain your account without being too complicated or time consuming. So with the Money Breakthrough Workshop, it's a 6-day live financial group training. You're going to get unlimited access to the replay. You're going to get a complete financial documents checklist. You're going to get downloadable worksheets and templates. So I just showed you some of them just a moment ago, but there are others. And you're going to get access to a private VIP Facebook group where you can ask questions, get support, and accountability. After this workshop, you'll have absolute clarity on your finances. You'll know exactly where you stand and be empowered to make money work for you. You'll develop powerful financial goals to help move you toward financial freedom. You'll be able to stop living paycheck to paycheck. You'll increase your monthly cash flow each month by as much as $2,100. And that's the reason why I say, listen, you really cannot afford to go through this type of workshop because you are actually missing out on so many opportunities to increase your cash flow. And increasing your cash flow isn't increasing your cash flow isn't always about going out there hustling more and working more. It's about working smarter. And I'm going to share with you strategies so you can do that. You'll be able to save money without cutting out everything you enjoy, and you'll be able to plan and manage your money without having to spend lots of money or lots of time tracking each and every dime. And finally, you'll be able to get to a life of being able to make the purchases you want without having to check your balances. You'll be able to do that worry and guilt free. Now, the value of this workshop is $498, and it's going to run Tuesday, May 31st through June 5th. Now, I'm not going to charge you $498. If you go ahead and go to this link today, alexbjones.com/breakthrough now, you will be able to you'll be able to enroll today, and you'll be able to do that for just $47. And so, listen, if you only have 1 month where you're able to increase your cash flow by $2,100, then wouldn't a $47 investment be worth it? I think so. Even if you're only able to do it by half, we'll say another $1,100. Would not an extra $1,100 be worth a $47 investment? I think it would be. So if you go to alexbjones.com/breakthrough-now, enroll in the Money Breakthrough Workshop, I think you're going to be very, very pleased and very happy once you go through the process, because you will be well on your way to having money, financial security, and the financial freedom that you truly, truly want. So there you have it, guys. If you have any questions about the workshop, please feel free to DM me, inbox me. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the Money Breakthrough Workshop. All right. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.